Shalom, call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bahashim Kodash, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us its truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. To the Aquat that are listening and learning and being a pillar of rest, the 144,001 third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I'm the brother Yashawan, back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. We're going to start right here. Ecclesiastes 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small, especially on the battlefield. Take it away. Steve Ram 1 hour ago. Breaking. War declared. U.S. prepares as Israel. Ground invasion begins. WW3. Okay, we're going to let him talk for a while, give the little update, bring it to a close. Take it away, Steve Ram.
The day September 29th, 2024, as we're hearing that all-out war has been declared against Israel, and the entire world is responding, and the United States, I'm going to be sharing with you, is saying, we are ready. Now, take a look. This coming out yesterday, September the 28th, in the evening time, we're hearing this morning, the word is spreading. Hezbollah officially declares war. We now officially declare all-out war against both Israel and its allies, that is the United States, and keep in mind, Hezbollah being a proxy of Iran, and we're seeing responses from Iran as well and other nations. I'm going to be sharing with you here in just a second, coming out in just the past hour, and its allies, and call on all Arab citizens in occupied territories to vacate their homes in the north as operational responses begin. And like I said, we are seeing responses across the board from this. You can actually see here at the bottom of this post here on X, somebody saying, let's get this party started. It looks like it is about to begin as we're hearing that all-out war is about to unfold. And I actually had somebody message me this on Instagram this morning. They asked me, Steve, I'm confused. Is there going to be an official announcement for World War III, or is it just something that happens? And I reminded them, well, World War I actually started with the assassination of the Archduke Ferdinand, but there was no, I think, official declaration. Just later on in the history books, they said this is actually what caused it to begin to spiral out of control and begin to go further and further into a global conflict. And a lot of people might say that when we write the history books, if things spiral out of control right now into a global conflict, that it might have been October 7th, 2023, when World War III began. Or it might have begun back in 2022 with Ukraine and Russia. So a lot of people saying we are already in the middle of this, and it is just simply escalating. And now we're hearing declarations of all-out war coming from an Iranian proxy against Israel and Israel's allies, specifically the United States. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you the response that is coming out. Let me know your thoughts. Has World War III already begun? If you believe so, put a 1 in the comments. If you think no, it has not officially begun, there's more to go here before we see all-out conflict, put a 2. But I let that person know that usually in the history books, later on, after everything is said and done, they'll go back and say, this is when it actually began, and then we'll mark the date. And we might have already hit that date with everything that is unfolding. But like I said, let's take a look at the world's response from this. Now, this coming out in just the past couple of hours. Take a look at this. Saudi Arabia responds to Salman. The Palestinian issue does not concern me. I don't care. I only care about my own country. It has been banned to deliver sermons or pray for Palestine in mosques in Saudi Arabia. He is saying, do not pray for Palestine in Saudi Arabia. It has been banned in our mosques. Chanting their slogans for Palestine is prohibited in this country.
Why? Why is he doing that? Why isn't he standing with his fellow Arabs? Why? Because he's not an Arab. He's not an Ishmaelite. He's an Edomite. Okay? In Saudi Arabia, the heads of state are Edomites. Posing as Arab. Posing as Ishmael. Right? That's why he could say that. Oh, no, that ain't my people. And the people that he's over, right? The people that he governs in Saudi Arabia, those are Arab, but he's a Edomite. Okay? Go to Mexico, right? See what language they're speaking, right? And that's the language, right? In this case, that's the language of who's running the show, right? What language are they speaking in Mexico? They're speaking Spanish. Spain is in Europe, okay? Wherever they speak French, right? And I'm talking about South America, Canada, wherever you go, that's who owns that land, okay? So you got to see it. But in this case, right, you would think that because he's over a bunch of Arabs, that he's an Arab. See, therein lies the rub. You got to know these things, right? This dude is an Edomite. That's why he can say that and make it look like he's going against his own people. He's not. He knows he's fighting for his people. That's what he's saying. His people are not the Saudi Arabians because he ain't he's not an Arab. Okay, he just over him, like the president of Mexico, who is not an indigenous Israelite. Gotta understand that. Take it away, Steve. Sorry.
And again, this just coming out this morning, September the 29th, 2024. So, man, the response is coming out almost like the sides are being drawn. And take a look at this. We are seeing various nations that you might not expect celebrating the assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, saying they're happy that he was the head of a terrorist group that just terrorized various nations and individuals. And look, they're saying, thank you, Israel, for getting rid of these terrorist leaders. Now, at the same time, though, we're seeing varying responses around the world. Let's take a look at this. Dozens of masked men filmed waving Hezbollah flags and chanting death to the Jews in Australia. So, varying opinions across the board. Nations are responding. And take a look. We are now hearing today Israel is now on the verge of Lebanon ground invasion. So, this is just advancing even further. Israel saying we have now hit them by air. We have eradicated the entire chain of command for Hezbollah, and we actually heard that they had placed another leader in to replace Hassan Nasrallah. And within hours of him being replaced, Israel assassinated him as well. He was the leader of Hezbollah for just a couple of hours before they took him out. And now we're hearing Iran is coming out and responding and saying there will be a response and retaliation for what is unfolding. And they are saying that Hezbollah, that proxy group, is officially declaring war against Israel and all its allies, including the United States. And the U.S. is prepping for what's unfolding. And I'm going to be sharing with you guys the live feed that's coming out on this so that way you can see it as, take a look at the headline, Iran vows Nasrallah's strike will not go unanswered. Up to 1 million people have been displaced in Lebanon. The Israeli military said on Sunday today that it has assassinated another senior Hezbollah figure as the U.S. scrambles to respond to the assassination of the militants and political group's powerful leader. And we are hearing, like I said, that this is about to increase. They had taken out the existing entire chain of command of Hezbollah, wiped them all the way out, and now we're hearing replacements were trying to come in, and they're wiping out those as well. And now we're hearing that Iran is saying that this Hezbollah proxy is declaring all-out official war, and the world is responding to this, and you're seeing some celebrating, and you're seeing others saying death to the Jews and their allies, which is the United States. So
I'm going to stop it right there. If you want to watch the rest of this, it's pretty lengthy. It's almost 30 minutes. But we got the update. Okay, what is the update? It's World War III. They're down there trading punches. And what we're receiving is Western media. Okay, if you were, the Arabs are receiving Eastern media. So over there, they're kicking ass. Over here, we're kicking ass. So, and when I say we, I ain't talking about we. I'm talking about the West. So, yeah, you got to be careful how you view these things, right? Because everything is propaganda. Everything you talk about history and all of this, history is written by the one that's saying it, right? Everybody's history, the only true history there is in the Bible. All right. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. Yeah, it's getting bad out here, right? There's your update. Let's just get World War III on the way out. Where's my revelation? Revelation 11 and 14 in any version, the second woe is past. Second woe, World War II, the big one, right? World War One is, my wife taught me this the other day, I didn't forget. The Great War. The Great War. Something. And second is called the big one. The third, World War III, the last one. Okay, the final one. And behold, the third woe, World War III coming quick. Let me read it all the way through. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe comes. So you got the elector edify your brothers with pieces to show.